Good morning, everyone. My apologies. I was late. Was not my fault. It's the dogs. I hate being late, though. I think I'm going to have to change my YouTube time, just to be honest. Hey, Never Lose Hope, Melanie Christina, Cheryl Lynn, Lisa 54, RN Student, Forensics. Scroll in the chat. Debbie Gilligan, good morning. Cement Shoes. Good morning to Melissa as well. Cement Shoes. Taylor. Hey, TC, good morning. Tremaine, good morning. Good to see you. Did I say good morning to Cheryl Lynn? Hey, Mandy Hall, Sapphire, Karen Duffy, Jean, Kira. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I've been having a hectic morning and a painful morning. Something wrong with my daggone calf muscle on my leg that's messed up. It feels like there's like I don't know, something in there, but you can't feel a knot. Hey, Champ, Chris Cox, Faithful One. Good morning, everyone. So I didn't know it yesterday, guys, but there was some Jennifer Dulos news. Just a little update, but I thought it'd be worth talking about. And I want to talk about Suzanne Morphew too. I can't believe that Suzanne disappeared on the 1-year anniversary of Jennifer Dulos's disappearance. Jennifer disappeared May 24, 2019. Followed that case closely. But Michelle Troconis, Fotis Dulos' gal pal, she wants her GPS device off her ankle. Hey, lady, no. You're charged with conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, all this and that. No. I mean, she's got ties to foreign countries, she's got a passport, all that. She's got access to money. No, she needs that GPS device on her. Now, they have released some video footage of photos on, I think it was Albany Avenue in Hartford, disposing of evidence. You can clearly see Michelle Troconis, the gal pal, lean out of the truck and do something on the ground. Now, they claim she was wiping gum off her hands. How do you have gum on the palm of your hands? I mean, that didn't even make sense to me. Kent says, makes me sad. Coffee with CC. You've been suffering a long time with your knee. It's gotten bad. I haven't told y'all. I'm using a crutch to walk. Yeah. Because I limp. And, I can get around, right? I can walk. But, let's say I take my dogs for a walk. I get, out of my driveway and then to the end of the main driveway to the highway. By the time I get to that point, I'm suffering the tendonitis and stuff. The tendonitis is worse than the knee. It's okay, Tim. I knew what you meant. Anyways, I digressed. I forgot I lost my train of thought. Okay. Oh, yeah, you could see Michelle Troconis wiping something off her hand in that one video. Then they released a video of her interview with police. She acts dumb as hell. Oh, thanks, Mandy. Seeing your little kitty in your profile picture cheers me up, though. Yeah, don't let me forget the good story at the end of the stream. Hold on a minute. I need to pull up some articles here. Skylar's going to start crying. Oh, it's National Dog Day. I don't know if I said that. But it is. Okay. So attorney wants the court to remove her bond conditions. No, gal pal. You're going to stay hooked up to that GPS. Hopefully she does. If it was up to me, she'd stay hooked up to it. Hold on. I want to screen share because there's part of a video here. My gosh, Skylar must be wanting me to lift her up in the bed. Goodness gracious. Guys, they run me ragged around here. They really do. Hold on. Let's start over.
He walked and he brought me, he gave me a piece of paper over the toilet, paper towel, and I put it inside where I had the bag of cleaning what I was cleaning the house.
Okay. Did you see spilled coffee?
No, I didn't see that.
Did you see a coffee cup?
No, because I didn't look inside the car.
Did the paper towel smell like coffee?
No, I didn't smell
it.
it.
Well, still, you're holding that coffee stinks.
But I hold the paper towel, but I didn't smell it. I didn't see that.
But even still, you didn't smell coffee.
No.
You know how coffee is when you smell it, it stinks.
You
smell it.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
What other details?
Crap. So, that is all of the video footage that I could find of her interview. I'd like to find it all, though. She says that she cleaned up, or that Foda said that he spilled coffee in the vehicle. That was the morning of Jennifer's disappearance. Yes, y'all could hear. Okay, good. I think I'm finally learning how to work this laptop. Hey, Very Mary, good morning. She is guilty as hell, guys. She knew that Fotis was going to attack and kill Jennifer that morning. That's why she made sure that she had 3 different alibis. She made sure to take a selfie inside of a gas station, convenience store. Who the hell does that? Who the hell goes in and pays for gas? Oh, I'm going to take a selfie. That's dumb to me. I would never just walk in the gas station. Oh, I'm just going to take a selfie while I'm in here. No, no, no. Her, Fotis's former attorney and friend, Kent Malwini, which is still in jail. He couldn't bond out. He's charged with conspiracy to commit murder, too. But anyways, they all sat down and planned that, is my theory. Now, Fotis left a suicide note saying that they had nothing to do with Jennifer's disappearance. Bull crap. Nobody believed a word he said. He took his own life because he knowed he was going back to jail. He knowed he was going to be convicted of her murder. And he was a control freak, so he decided to control the situation. He decided how the story was going to end. He's a coward. He was a coward. Now, I'm not saying everyone that commits suicide is a coward. Absolutely not. Because I have lost loved ones to suicide. And it's really, really affected my life. Still does. But people like him, killers, alleged killers like him, it's the coward's way out. They commit suicide so they don't have to go to prison. A selfie pumping gas, even Kim Kardashian, not that vain. It's pretty vain, isn't it? She must think she's hot. Sometimes I take selfies just to post on YouTube, but it's very rare. I don't take selfies all the time. Hey, Carolina girl. Jennifer was scared to death of Fotis. She didn't even want him inside of her house. In her divorce documents, she said that he had sick revenge fantasies against people he felt had wronged him. I would say he was lying in wait for her when she returned home that morning. I would say he probably stabbed her to death. I mean, he could have beat her to death too. But I'm thinking he probably stabbed her to death. That's a very personal killing. He had a lot of rage and resentment against her because of their divorce battle and custody battle. They've been battling in court for like 2 years. Hey, Angel. I was wondering where you been, Angel. It's good to see you. Um, yeah, but Jennifer didn't want Fotis inside her house. She didn't want him to know the layout inside her house because she was scared of him. One time she had to lock herself in a room, according to the maid. And Fotis was beating and screaming on the door. And then when he saw the maid/nanny and a kid standing there, he stopped. So he was violent. I think he married Jennifer for her money. He met her at college. Fotis was married when he met Jennifer. He was married to another woman. He divorced that woman and a month later married Jennifer. He may have had some feelings for her, but he was after her money. And her family's money is what put him in business building houses. Then he didn't want to pay them back. They loaned him money to get his business started, and then he didn't want to pay them back. He said he thought of it as a gift. Okay, so let's read this. Michelle Troconis, the gal pal, described waking up and showering with her former boyfriend, Fotis Dulos, and later having lunch with him the day Jennifer Dulos vanished, in one of the notes police dubbed as their alibi scripts. But Troconis' attorney is now questioning the accuracy of this evidence in his bid to get his client's electronic monitoring removed. She don't need it removed. Defense attorney John Schoenhorn has entered several pieces of evidence, including the note, videos, and DNA documents into the court record ahead of his client's hearing on the condition of her release on bond, scheduled for Friday in State Superior Court in Stamford. Schoenhorn contends that judges and even Chief State Attorney Richard J. Colangelo Jr. have required Troconis to be on electronic monitoring based on what he claims are false assertions made by state police investigators in warrants and in conversations with his client. Hey, your client is a known liar. She lied 3 or 4 different times. Shit. According to Schoenhorn, Troconis was instructed by her former lawyer, Andrew Bowman, to write the note, which lists everything she claims to have done the day Jennifer Dulos disappeared. However, Bowman said any suggestion he was involved with Troconis creating alibi scripts is untrue. Bowman said in Troconis' first arrest affidavit, investigators determined the creation of the timeline was suggested by a family attorney working for Fotis Dulos. Bowman said the notes were created before he met Troconis. So now they're trying to pin these alibi scripts that was found in Fotis Dulos' home in his office on her attorney. Like he told her to do that. No, 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 no. Those alibi scripts were wrote before those two were arrested for the tampering with evidence. Yes, he knows something for sure. Needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Hey, Tremaine, thanks for the super chat. He says, Chrissy Lee. Shout out to Chrissy. Chrissy, I hope you're doing better, honey. We've not seen you in a while. We've been wondering about you. Thanks, Tremaine. She knows that she may not know the location of Jennifer's body, but she knows what happened. Of course. Okay. Fotis, that's how you really pronounce his name, guys. Not Fotis, it's Fotis. Dulos faced murder, kidnapping, and other charges in the case when he died January 30th from an apparent suicide. The gal pal has been charged with conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and hindering prosecution. Kent Malwini, a friend and former attorney for Fotis Dulos, is also charged with conspiracy to commit murder in the case. While Malwini remains held on a $2 million bond, Troconis has been free on a $2.1 million bond, but is required to wear a electronic monitoring device. Since replacing Bowman as Troconis' attorney in February, Schoenhorn has filed a series of motions, many of them related to having the GPS device removed. These motions have remained pending as most court proceedings have been halted due to COVID-19 pandemic. Schoenhorn filed an appeal with the state appellate court, which ordered a hearing for Friday. I wish they would live stream that. We would watch it. Schoenhorn plans to cast doubt on the state's case and the need for the 24-hour monitoring by pointing out what he believes are inaccuracies in court documents and in conversations that were recorded for his client's case. Ms. Troconis prepared a one-page timeline to account for her whereabouts during the day of May 24, 2019, at the behest of her attorney, Schoenhorn said. Yeah, right. They was getting their alibi together, dummy. The paper which she showered with Fotis Dulos. What? The paper which says she showered with Fotis Dulos sometime after 6:40 a.m. contradicts video police obtained showing a red Toyota Tacoma pickup truck police believe Fotis Dulos was driving at that time to New Canaan, according to arrest warrants. She's a liar. She's been caught lying to police 2 or 3 different times. I can't even remember all the things that she's told them. She's told them so much. One time she said she didn't even see Fotis that morning. Which is it, lady? Okay. The videos which Schoenhorn obtained through the discovery process show a black truck driven by a man police say was Fotis Dulos stopped at least 3 times on Albany Avenue. Some of the footage shows the man getting out of the truck to place garbage bags in trash bins along the busy Hartford Street. One video shows Michelle leaning out to wipe her hand on the ground. Schoenhorn said, but he pointed out she never left the vehicle and did not participate in discarding the bags. So what? That don't mean she didn't know what was in those bags. Her fingerprints and some of her DNA was on some of those trash bags. After the videos were discovered a week after Jennifer Dulos vanished, police searched Albany Avenue and found trash bags containing the New Canaan's mother's blood and clothing. Yeah, they found her shirt, her bra, bloody sponges. One video shows Fotis Dulos taking a piece of carpet from the back of his truck and placing it near a restaurant. Schoenhorn, excuse me, guys. I got choked here. Hold on. Excuse me. Police believe the carpet may have come from Jennifer Dulos' Chevy Suburban, which was found abandoned near Waveney Park in New Canaan the night she disappeared. The carpet, however, has never been recovered. Schoenhorn also said in the documents filed Monday that police were inaccurate when they stated his client had smelled a rag that Fotis Dulos was using to clean the pickup truck. Well, that's what she told him. She told him that he said that he spilled coffee and she smelled the rag and it didn't smell like coffee. Now she's trying to say she didn't smell it. She's a liar. She said, I hold the paper towel, but I didn't smell it. That's what she says in the video. Her lawyers also questioning the DNA results found on the garbage bag that police initially said were from his client. The DNA results, however, were determined to be either inconclusive or that Troconis couldn't be ruled out as a possible contributor. Schoenhorn contends that since some of the evidence used to determine that trachona should be placed on electronic monitoring was false or incorrect, the device should be removed. The only reason the court ever gave for the setting conditions of release was on June 3rd, 2019, when it stated it was based on the seriousness of the allegations in the warrant, Schoenhorn said. Schoenhorn said the electronic monitoring constitutes punishment imposed without cause and without due process. It has gone on illegally for nearly 8 months. The seriousness of her charges is why she is on this GPS device. Plus, she has money. She has the means to flee. Got passport. Hey, Denise. I got laundry to do today, Light Feather. Just now seeing your chat. Oh, Tremaine, thank you for the super chat. You are amazing. So are you, Tremaine. You're a good dude. You really are. Hardworking dude. She needs to keep it on. Yeah, she really does. Let's look at these pictures. And then we'll talk about Suzanne. I guess that's the end of them. Now, it was talking about Kent Malwini. You know, he's a, what do you call it, co-conspirator, still in jail, couldn't get bonded out. Fotis tried to lure Mishra's Malwini to his house. He offered up them a room to reconcile, offered them up a sex pad. And she was smart. She didn't know Fotis. Fotis didn't know her, and she was scared of Kent. So she didn't go. She did meet him out at a restaurant once, but she had her friend with her. And she told Fotis, hey, I don't want to talk to Kent without my attorney present. They're going through a nasty divorce too, you know. So Fotis got mad, got up and left. Then he calls her again, tries to get her to come out to his house to meet with Kent, and says, hey, you can use one of my rooms to have sex in and reconcile. Sick. They planned to kill their wives. That's exactly what was going on. It was a kill your wife club. And let's not forget they found a grave. Um, is that a men's club? It was some kind of club. Maybe it was like a shooting club. It's some kind of club, right? Kent had ties to that land. He used to be a member there. And they found a grave dug on that property. The person that found it said there was like some bags of lime and stuff down in it. And then when they reported it, when they went back, that lime and stuff was gone. Some kind of country club. It's on some kind of country club. It's been so long. If she hadn't brought someone along, God knows if she'd be alive. Yeah. Well, thank God that she met him out at a public place and she had a friend with her. And he was trying to get her to talk, come and meet Kent and talk. And she was straight up told him, no, not without my attorney. And Fotis got so mad. He just got up from the table. I don't even know if he paid the bill. Then he tries to lure her out to his home. I believe those two guys, I really do. I believe they got together. This is just my opinion, my theory. And I believe they planned to get rid of their wives together. But they couldn't make it happen with Mishra's Malwini. She was smart. She was scared of Kent, really scared of him. You know, he's been in trouble for raping her. After they split up, he forced himself on her, raped her. These are some sick individuals. Hey, Southern Mom. Is Red Rum in here? Hey, Red Rum. I still can't believe Fotis killed himself. I don't know why I can't believe that. Like, you know, he's a control freak. I just thought, I just didn't think he would do that. Oops, wrong emoji. Oh, that's okay, Very Mary. Okay, so let's talk about Suzanne Morphew for a little bit. Her brother must think that Barry did something to Suzanne. Her brother seems to think that no animal dragged her off at all, and someone just threw her back over the hill. Let me get the article up here so I can read exactly what he said. I feel so bad for this family. For some reason, guys, I feel like Suzanne was isolated from her family. I'm not sure if, of course, if there was any physical abuse. Who knows? You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Just because they seem like the perfect couple and everybody thought, they were just the perfect couple, don't make it so. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. My first husband would be nice as hell in front of people
My
until
sister
they
was the
left.
sweetest person ever, and
Uh-uh.
anyone would have been happy to be friends or neighbors with her.
Where's it
She was
playing at?
unconfrontational, just a really kind person that believed in God and knows the difference between right and wrong. And she has two daughters without answers right now. My father at 87 has cancer and needs answers. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to look. I'm coming back out there.
A husband and two daughters are begging to bring their mom home.
Oh, Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please do whatever it takes to bring you back.
Morphew disappeared on Mother's Day after reportedly going on a bike ride in the area of County Road 225 and Highway 50 near Salida.
Scrolls
I
on.
went to where the bicycle was found. It was gone, but they had some flagging down there that marked the spot. And I stood there and looked, and I realized that nobody rode over the side of that hill. There would have been signs of a struggle, or you would have been skinned up. The bike would have been mangled if you'd have gone down that hill like that. When you find a bicycle at the bottom of a ravine that you're almost certain nobody rode over there, and an animal did not attack her because there absolutely was no blood evidence and no tracks on the ground, no scent from an animal, it leads me to believe a human being's involved with this. And now it's just a matter of finding her and then letting the authorities sort out the who, whys, and when. Please, Barry, if you can see this, I would really love it if you would take the time to revisit the authorities and go over everything once again. Take a voice analysis and a lie detector and clear yourself. Put my mind at ease and everybody out there's mind at ease. If you want to shut the rumors down, that's the way you do it. You need to find your wife. That should be your only goal, is to find your wife. And whatever you're asked to do by the authorities is what you should do. If you're not guilty, step up to the plate. I want to believe that myself. I certainly don't want it to be Barry. I really do not. That destroys two families, and that's not where I want this to go.
Yeah, I agree. That was sad, guys. It's hard listening to her family. And he is asking Barry just to, go talk to police and crap, the advertisements. Clear yourself. If you've got nothing to hide, go take a lie detector test. You would think that he would, let me stop sharing this for a second, do anything in his power to help them if he was innocent. You've been married to this woman for years. Y'all were high school sweethearts. Yeah, people are suspicious of you. So what? What? It don't matter what people think if you've got nothing to hide. Gosh, the advertisements on the Daily Mail's unreal. You can't even see the article. That's why I quit screen sharing. Let me just look at the chat. Light Feather. I'm so sorry, Red Rum Media. Yeah, Red Rum. She was married to someone that was abusive to her as well. There's a lot of us on here that's been abused. We are not victims anymore. We are survivors. I'd never let anyone hit on me again, ever. The police have told the brother they think it's Barry. Yeah, brother's not dumb. They probably know the statistics. When a woman goes missing, or a kid, anyone really, it's usually because someone they loved and was close to did something to them. Suzanne Morphew looks just like my girlfriend's ex. I saw something about Barry. I saw it again, but I didn't go watch it. Something about Barry having a girlfriend. Who is this woman that they think he was having an affair with? Y'all know women hit men too? Absolutely, Tremaine. Yes, there are some very abusive women in the world. I witnessed somebody on YouTube yesterday. I just so happened to click on a live stream and they was talking to this man like a dog, calling him the P word and everything. I've got no respect for people that talk to people like that, especially in front of people. You know, that my ex, he used to be really nice in front of people, but then, like, when people would leave, he would be abusive. And then he got to where he would be abusive in front of his nephew when he would come over and just, be mentally abusive and just talk to me awful. And it's the worst feeling in the world to have somebody talk to you like you're a piece of crap in front of other people. I hate that. I had to travel to the kitchen, guys, get some coffee. But Suzanne's father, he's older and he's sick and he's worried to death about his daughter. And he just wants to find out what happened to Suzanne before he passes away. Um, he wants to talk to his granddaughters. They don't want to ask them any questions. They just want to talk to them. They didn't get to talk to Suzanne since she moved to Colorado. They hardly ever talked to her. And when I read that, I was like, was he isolating her away from people? Red flag went up for me. Guess because I'm a survivor of abuse. Because your abusers will try to isolate you away from people. They don't want anyone around because someone might pick up on the abuse, you know? They don't want people to see their true colors. And a lot of these men that are abusive, people out in the public that knows them wouldn't believe it because they're just so nice. Same way with these predators, sex predators. People would never believe it because they're like preachers, coaches. You would never think they'd do something like that. Let me go back. I saw Kira's comment. I'm a survivor too, and I was isolated when my family began getting suspicious. I escaped by hitting the silent button on my cell phone, and a gun was in my face. I appreciate every day. Oh, thank goodness, Kira. You survived that. You're a survivor, girl. People could be so cruel, men and women. Like I said, and Tremaine made a good point, there are a lot of women that are abusive too. They also don't want you to grow a brain and leave them. Well, Verbal, my ex, his name's Jeff, he would tell me he was 15 years older than me, guys. I never should have been with him in the first place. He would tell me I was ugly, I was fat, nobody would ever want to be with me. I should go kill myself like my papa did. He would say things like that to me. I got to the point, guys, I was going to kill him. He abused me so bad. I'm about to get teary eyed. Yeah. And I probably could have gotten away with it too, as bad as he had beat me down and stuff. Um, there's a thing called battered wife syndrome when you just take so much and you snap. And a lot of people are like, why don't they just leave? Why don't they just leave? You can't just leave. It's a mental thing that it does to you, and you think that you can't live without this person that is beating the hell out of you and tormenting you mentally. You think you can't leave them, you just love them. It is the weirdest thing in the world. I'm not a therapist or a psychiatrist, so I can't explain it, but you just feel like you can't. You're trapped. You could never live without this person, even though they're so mean to you. Nobody else would ever have you, you'll think to yourself. I remember praying to die. And actually, guys, I went to a freaking counselor one day. I was having a nervous breakdown. That son of a bitch took me in there, and I'm going to call her a bitch. And that bitch turned it all around on me, and he convinced her I was the one with the problem. I kid you not. And she gave me a book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I never read that crap. I tried to tell her that he was lying, and she did not believe me. Yes. It's like a two-person cult. Yeah. Maybe she didn't believe me because I was like all upset. If any of y'all's ever seen me upset, like I get all manic, I can't talk. I probably don't make sense. But like I was trying to tell her he was abusive to me, and he was telling her the opposite, and she believed him. I think it was because he was good looking. He wasn't good looking to me. He broke my jaw and everything right at the end. Thank God I didn't have any kids by him. He was even abusive to my dog, guys. My little dog, Bear Bear, I had her for 10 years. He was abusive to her. He would do stuff to her, and I'd be begging him not to. That little dog was smart. I had a place up beside my granny's, and when I would go run and hide from him in the woods, my dog was with me. When he'd walk by, she'd never make a sound. Thank God I just left him one day. After he broke my jaw, I took him back, and then he smacked me in the face real hard, and my jaw was still healing up. And about that time, I was driving, and he pinched my leg. And about that time, I was like, one of those car cigarette lighters. It popped out because I had pushed it in right before that happened. It popped out, and I stuck it to his leg. I sure did. And I left him, and the next day, I didn't even know what to do. I mean, I actually did not know what to do because I had freedom. I felt like something had been lifted off me, like a big brick had been, or something, cinder block had been lifted off of me. Abuse does weird things to you. Yep, same thing happened to me with the counselor. See, I'm glad I'm not alone in that because she made me feel like crap that day, like I was crazy. I've read about a lot of stories. These people, they reach out for help and people don't take them serious. They don't take it serious until they end up dead or about beat to death. That guy needs to eat the wrong end of a magnet. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my ex has a miserable life. He's an alcoholic. He's never had, as far as I know, another relationship after me. He's not a bad looking guy. I mean, he's ugly to me because I know how he is. But his outside appearance to someone else, you would think, hey, he's good looking. From a good family, big family. They're dysfunctional, though. After you get to know them, you're like, oh my gosh, this family's dysfunctional. But all the from an outsider looking in, You would think, oh, what a great Christian family. No. Where did he stay, CC? Me and Bourbon Cement. She's going to beat his ass. Oh, it's all right, Tremaine. He's got his karma. He has a miserable life. Yeah. Me and Mark saw him. I went to my mom's a while back, and on the way back home on the 4 lane, it's pouring the rain. He was staggering on the side of the road. Mark said, should we stop and give him a ride? I said, hell no. He's fine right where he's at. I ain't giving him no damn ride. Nope. Not after all the stuff he did to me. Absolutely not. You need a counselor who is educated in abuse. Yeah. I'm not even sure what kind of counselor this woman was. But it was down like at the mental health hospital. Same as mine, but my ex looks like very old and thin, bag of bones. I pity him now. I sure don't pity mine. Every time I see him in Walmart, I run the other way as fast as I can before he says my freaking name. Yeah, he will die alone. I mean, it's a sad life. When I first met him, I didn't realize he was an alcoholic and stuff. But then later on, I learned he has been drinking liquor since he was 11 years old. Mark's friend Dwayne is the same way, been an alcoholic since about 11, 12 years old. Foreign student, I'm never dropping it. You got a protective order? You've had a PO for 5 years? See, a judge gave me one for a year. They usually only last for like a few days, few months. But they told him, they was like, hey, if you don't leave her alone, I'm going to give you a year in jail on each charge. And he finally left me alone. And then I met Timothy's dad and had Timothy. They say everything happens for a reason. I'm not quite sure why people have to suffer and stuff and be abused and stuff. I don't know what the reason is I went through all this in my life, you know? Maybe because I can get on here and share my story and it might help somebody. I know it helps me when I talk about stuff and I see someone in the chat say, me too. I went through that too, or that happened to me. It makes me feel like, hey, I'm not alone. This old man, where are you from? I am from Virginia, from a little bitty town. I am a country girl. Okay, so let's see. I got off on abuse, but that's okay. I enjoy talking to you guys and sharing stuff with you. Let me see if it's saying anything else about Suzanne. Let's see what Carolina Girl says. That's true about Albert's looks and opinions. I have a hard time thinking Barry's guilty because he looks like a nice guy. I wish they would find Suzanne. See, that was my thing too with Barry. I didn't want to think that he was guilty. I still don't know if he's guilty or not, of course. I'd like to see some hard evidence against him like they had in the Dulos case. I mean, they had like hard evidence, him disposing of evidence and stuff, videos. With this, we really don't have much to go on to base an opinion. Teresa Turner, I'm in Virginia too. Are you in? Well, you might not want to say, but I'm in Southwest Virginia. Um, what was I going to say? I don't want it to be Barry because it's going to make it worse on their daughters. It's already really, really hard and it's bad. Can't imagine what they're going through. But like Suzanne's brother said, if it's Barry, it's going to destroy 2 families. And I mean, families are already about destroyed, if you ask me. But I've felt from beginning it's Barry, just a gut feeling. Northwest here? Oh, cool. I've never been up in northern. Well, I mean, I've went to like Alexandria. I've went there. It's been a long time ago because I went to DC. I love to go back to DC and go back to the Air and Space Museum. I'm a nerd, guys. I like stuff like that, educational stuff. I'm majorly suspect of him, a possible friend, helping him drop evidence. I've been suspicious of his nephew, to be honest with you, Red Rum. He's the one that told the media about Suzanne's bike being found. And then the police didn't like that he leaked that evidence, although police have never confirmed if they found her bike there. It's just what the nephew came out and said, and Barry. And I think they asked him not to talk to the media anymore. And Barry's excuse for not talking to the media is because of all the rumors about him and stuff. It's my twin. Everyone needs to let people know that they are not alone and put the shame back on the abusers. Exactly right, Light Feather. It's the abusers that should be ashamed of themselves because abusers are cowards. They're wusses. I'm not going to say the P word. I'm going to say they're wusses. Yeah, I'm side-eyeing Barry. I tried not to judge him off that video that he did right after her disappearance of him pleading for her to come home when he said that weird comment like, "Oh, Suzanne." Reminded me of that song, "Oh, Suzanne, don't you cry for me." Um, but I was like, I'm trying not to judge him off that, even though everybody was making comments, being real suspicious of him. I tried not to judge him off that because some people just act weird when they got pressure on them, when they're stressed out, when they're nervous. So in my mind, I was like, well, maybe he was nervous because he's filming a damn video and he's not used to it, right? But I think, in my opinion, their marriage was in trouble, a lot of trouble. I don't think Suzanne was like totally on board with moving to Colorado, but from what friends and family say, Barry was the boss. He ran the show there, so they moved anyways. It was rumored he was having an affair, but anyways, I think they might have argued, and he snapped on her because they was having problems in their relationship. And if he was having an affair, maybe they argued over that. Who knows? I wonder if Barry is keeping the girls away from their grandfather. Good question. I think the girls won't respond to any of their messages or anything. I wonder if it's because maybe Suzanne's family think that Barry's involved. I dated a girl from the Appalachian area. She and her family tried to move into my home. I'm from the next state. Last time I'll date online. Hey, when you meet someone online and they're wanting to move in with you automatically, run for the hills. Or in this case, run out of the hills. That's not normal behavior. I'm old but still handsome. Hey, we got some single gals in the chat. The ladies in this chat, they like a gentleman. I think he was having that affair. Yeah, I'm wondering who in the hell it was. Was it someone he worked with? Well, he was self-employed though. Maybe it's someone he met out on a job. I just always found it strange that he went out of town on Mother's Day weekend. I think I had someone come in the chat once and tell me that Barry didn't leave until like 5:30 that morning. Maybe they was mistaken. I want to know exactly what day he left to go on that trip. But even though if they use like cell phone data, even though his phone says like maybe he was in Denver the whole time, that don't mean he was there. He could have left his phone behind at his hotel, of course. Yes, a man who is a gentleman is so appealing. I think that's very sexy when a man's polite and they open your door for you. And, most guys online, if you talk to them, they'll automatically ask you for a picture, a neck picture or something. Get him, be nice to him. And the cameras were broken. Good point, Gene. I wonder how long those cameras have been broken. Oh, yeah, and I just saw something a while back. He just bought a big piece of property. Are you serious? You're going to buy property and your wife's gone, everybody's looking for her? Everybody thinks you did it? You're going to go buy a big piece of property? I think he has control over the girls. Oh, yeah. Their loyalty is with their dad. I'm just reading the chat. Many now think Suzanne was killed Saturday night. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, did anyone talk to her on the phone that Sunday at all? And I'm not saying like text message. I'm like, talk to her, hear her voice. Because anyone can pick up the phone and pretend to be somebody. 4 days before Mother's Day, I think it was one day before anyone last saw her besides Barry. I'm very much a gentleman and accomplished in life. YouTube is interesting, just here for fun, semi-retired. Oh, I'm glad you're in the chat. You'll have to come back and chat with us. We just chat true crime, and I digress off onto other topics too. I'm not very professional. Word of advice: stay out of the drama in the other channels. It's not worth it. It's crazy. He did have control over his girls. That's why they are afraid to talk to their family. Yeah. Like, why would they be mad at their grandpa? Barry should pick up the phone, be a man, and talk to Suzanne's dad and her father. He was man enough to marry her and have kids with her. They was together for years. He should have the decency to pick up the phone and talk to her family if he doesn't have anything to hide. He should put aside any differences he has with her family and do it for Suzanne. Quit thinking about himself. Hey, just Jax. Good morning. She was on phone on Saturday with friend and the call was disconnected. I'm thinking he snuck back from Denver. And remember what came out a while back about that lady who said she heard equipment running in the lot adjacent to her. Barry had access to that property. They were building a home there. Well, one night she's awakened by this equipment. It just kept running and running and running. And she knew the construction man was over there. By the time she goes outside, it's shut off, right? Next day, she asked the men when they come to work if they were over there. They said no. And then to come find out, they do hide keys to the equipment there. Somebody was doing something there. Now, I think authorities searched there, but they didn't find anything. Oh, thank you, Southern Mom. Yeah. Anyone watching replay? Check out Sunny's Funny Farm channel. Links in the chat. It's my goat and my main rooster's channel. Um, oh yeah, guys, before I forget, tonight's Wednesday night, so we're going to do a members stream. I got to make up my mind what time. I may do it before I put my farm animals up at night, before it gets too late, you know. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. We're just going to goof off. We're going to do it every Wednesday night for channel members and some Saturday nights. We can play trivia tonight if you guys want, or just chit chat. Thanks so much, Verbal. It's not mouth. Yeah, my mouth gets me in trouble too, TC. I'm just reading the chat, guys. Oh, yeah, I got a good story to share with you guys before I get off here. I had something else I wanted to show y'all. Oh, yeah, this woman stabbed, or I think she stabbed her, killed her daughter, and put her in a trash can. That's not the good story, of course. See if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think I saved this article. Also, I saw for a woman who's married to a cop got trapped in the back of his cop car and could not get out. He was inside asleep. He must have worked the night shift. And anyways, about 5 p.m., when was it? I think it was like Friday. He found her in the car. She was dead. There was fingerprints everywhere. Because a cop car, it will only open from the outside. They said she got in the car looking for something and got trapped. They put member chat in for this man. Oh, okay. Let me see. I think I got it in the description. I don't know if I still got the link. Oh, right here it is. Oh, crap. No, I want to copy it. I don't know if it's going to let me copy it. I don't think it. Can you look in the description? I've got the link right there, but it won't let me copy it. If anyone knows how to do it, I can't copy it. Let me see if I got the clipboard here. Hold on just a minute. There's the Patreon link. Oh gosh. I don't have it right here. It won't let me copy it. But it's in the description. Okay, get out of that. Okay. Just her being trapped in the car, dying. Yeah, it's sad. I'll show y'all her picture if I can find it. But I'm gonna tell y'all about the woman that slashed her daughter's throat. She told them when she called 911 to report her daughter missing. She told them somebody told her to slash her daughter's throat, so she did. Okay, let me remove that comment so we can see her picture. She must be really mentally ill or something. She must have been hallucinating. I think CPS had been involved with this family before, though. So sad. Gosh, I see something. Husband chops off wife's head. hides it in cellar. Police find headless body under bridge. Jesus Christ, what is the hell's wrong with people? Okay. Mom says she saved 4-year-old daughter by slashing her throat and dumping her in the trash. Last night, I was advised to slit her throat, the mother reportedly told a dispatcher. It's happened in Texas. Texas woman was arrested Monday for allegedly fatally stabbing her 4-year-old daughter and dumping her in a backyard trash can. An arrest stated that Crystal Lewatsky, 34, called 911 at around 11:35 a.m. to report Cesara Lewat I can't pronounce that name, Lewatsky, missing. She told the 911 dispatcher that she last saw her daughter in the backyard of their Fort Worth home. After some questioning, Crystal reportedly told the dispatcher, "Okay, maybe I should tell you now. Okay, so last night I was advised to slit her throat." Jesus Christ. The mother allegedly confessed to wrapping Kazara's body and putting her in a trash can in the backyard on Sunday evening. She also claimed someone was telling her to kill her daughter, and in doing so, she saved her and prevented something worse from happening to her. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported. The Texas Department of Family and Protective Services previously told the news outlet that they were involved with the slain girl's family a year earlier. Okay, so there was an 18-month-old little boy in the home. It was Kazara's brother. He was unharmed, and he's in protective custody. Thank God she didn't kill him too. Okay, it says the deceased daughter is younger than 10 years old. She's been charged with capital murder. Her bond set at $750,000. No one told her to do that. She must have been having hallucinations. I'm just wondering if she had postpartum depression or something. Mental issues. Yeah, when I was reading the schizophrenia, yeah. Yeah, my grandfather had schizophrenia. It's a horrible, horrible mental illness. Thank God he never did harm anyone. He would just, talk about demons and the Bible and stuff. Let's see what this man did. It said he chopped his wife's head off, guys. Then we'll do the good topic, and then I got to get going. I'm going to take advantage of Mark being gone on his motorcycle. Husband chops off wife's head and hides it in cellar. Police find headless body under bridge. An Indiana man is facing murder charges after police discovered a gruesome scene inside his home earlier this month. On Monday, 44-year-old Michael Dale Parks appeared at the Montgomery Circuit Court, where he was officially charged with murdering his wife, Hope Parks. The incident started on August 18th after Parks contacted police and told them he couldn't find his wife. Parks said he had an argument with her before she left with an unknown person. He claimed he called her over and over, but when he couldn't reach her, decided to contact authorities for help. Parks allowed police to search his Crawfordsville home, where they found dried blood on the deck driveway and a bloody shoe print in the garage, and also found blood droppings in the backyard. On August 20th, after obtaining a search warrant to search the home further, investigators found Hope's head hidden in the cellar, along with the .22 caliber rifle and spent cartridge. They also found what they believed to be Hope's phone locked inside a safe in a bedroom. Earlier that morning, investigators found a headless body under the Sugar Creek Bridge, just outside of Crawfordsville. Using fingerprints and DNA, authorities matched the headless body to Hope. Investigators also found a stained blue tarp at Park's home, which is what they think he transported his wife's body in. I guess he wanted to save that tarp. According to an autopsy report, Hope had been shot in the back of the head and had blunt force trauma to her chest. Park remains behind bars without bail. He probably beat on her and then shot her in the back of the head to finish killing her. Piece of shit. Monster. I just don't understand how you can be. I don't understand how any human being could do that to another one. Um, but what really blows my mind is these men that marry these women because they allegedly love them, and then they do things like this to them. And women too. Women do it too. Women will marry someone, claim to be in love, and then murder their husband for insurance money. Yeah, he had her head hid in the cellar, and her body was under a bridge. And the tarp that he used to move the body to under that bridge, he brought back home with him. I guess he was planned on using it for something else. They don't love, they're infatuated. Yeah. A lot of times you have these perfect marriages, one of them submissive, one of them's a control freak. And when the submissive one gains a voice and's not following orders and doing what the control freak says anymore, they snap on them. They snap when they lose control. So much evil going on in the world, guys. It's mind blowing. Okay, let me get our good story before I get off here. I'm out of coffee. Okay. Did you guys know that dogs can get this disease to where their food won't go down them? Most of the time, people put the dog to sleep if they have this disease, but they don't have to be put to sleep. They can live a long, happy life if you care for them right. That's the story that I'm going to share with y'all today. This little dog right here. Let me see if I can pronounce this word. Rescue dog with gasophagus something. Only trust his new brother. So it's a sweet story. They adopted this dog from the shelter. This dog was scared of everything. He was like 3 or 4 years old. He had been tied up outside his whole life. Once the family adopted him, the first night, the little boy invited the dog to sleep in his room. And that kind of broke the ice. And from that point on, they were best friends. Let's see if we can find his name. I forgot his name. I don't know if it's Buster. Oh, crap. I forgot. You got to click this to get to the full story. Crap. Let me screen share again. Got that Newsbreak app, and every time you click on an article, you got to click something else to read it. It's so annoying. And their ads are totally ridiculous. Okay. Hedgie. His name is Hedgie. Oh, look. He's got over 13,000 followers. I wonder if he's on Instagram. His name is Hedgie. So after he gets to this home and he makes friends with the family's son, Mason. I see his name is Mason. After a while, they figure out that Hedgie has this disease to where he can't eat like a regular dog and it go down into his belly. So Hedgie has a high chair. Let's go back up to his picture. He has a high chair that he sits in, and Mason feeds him. He has to sit up like a kid so that the food will go down. If not, he'd starve to death if they didn't do it that way. And Hedgie has gotten used to it now. He gets up in his little high chair, and Mason feeds him. That is our good story, and there is Mason and Hedgie. The power of love. This dog was scared of brooms. He was scared of everything, just like normal things when they first got him. But after meeting Mason and Mason inviting him for a sleepover in his room, the dog turned into a different dog. He was no longer afraid of everything. They're best friends. Everything Mason does, Hedgie does, the story said. It's a pretty long story, so that's why I didn't read it word for word. But anyways, that's our good story of the day. And check out, let's see what Hedgie's name is. Hedgie the Hedge Dog. We could view his profile, see where it's at. Oh, he's on Instagram, guys. Can y'all see it? Let me share it. So y'all can check him out on Instagram if you got Instagram. Oh, and a good channel to watch if you like animals is check out the Dodo. I know probably most of y'all are subscribed, but the Dodo uploads cute videos, good videos every day. Hedgie's a hedge dog. He is so stinking cute. I love his face. The way his coloring is, the way it's light around his eyes and stuff. He's really pretty. I'm glad Hedgie found a good home. He found the right owners. Anyone else probably would have put that dog to sleep. I wouldn't have. If one of my dogs got that, I'd build him a high chair. Exactly. Love and respect starts with self and ends when boundaries are crossed. Probably some folks don't set boundaries. Yeah. Yeah. You got to set boundaries. Finances are big, Remy. Sometimes verbal love things can come in play, like finances. Yeah. Oh, God, love him. Isn't she a good doggy mammy? He is lovely. Yes. Yeah, and today is National Dog Day, so go hug your dog and tell them Happy National Dog Day. I did mine, of course. I always talk to my dogs, and my dogs understand what I'm saying most of the time. Like, I tell them I'm going to the store. That way, when I go out the door, they're not barking. If I don't tell them I'm going to the store, they will bark. So when I go over to the funny farm, I'm like, going to the store, be back. Dogs understand. That's so cute. That dog sits in a high chair. Yeah, I watched another story with a dog that has that same disease. I think it was on the Dodo. Yeah, and you have to feed them like that, sitting up, so their food will go down into their stomach. That's a crazy disease. Like if they just stand regular, their food won't go down. I have a kid. I'll hug the kid. Hey, hug Bob the turkey, Remy. You know, Bob's life matters. I've always said that. Hashtag Bob's life matters. Is Linda still with Bob? Remy's got two neighborhood turkeys named Linda and Bob, like Bob's Burgers. That's so cool. I'll be listening, just not. I'm sorry, Remy. Remy, people are not so nice to you, and I don't like that. I just want to tell you that. I've always liked Remy. She's always been on my channel since I started. A lot of y'all have. Hang in there, Remy. We love you. You know you're always welcome to come in here and chat. You know I'll never be mean to you. I mean, unless you be mean to me. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a great day. And channel members, I will see y'all tonight. I'll set up the stream and I'll post it on the community tab. Anyways, great chat. Love y'all. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. Light Feather, I hope your mom finds a car, by the way.